All right. I don't think you guys realize how much of a big shot I feel like right now. I was contacted by and sent products from a company called ComicPROline. They do comic book supplies. And I think I've had enough time with these products to do, well, they asked me to do an honest review. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get right into it. I was sent, I think about one, two, three, four. I was sent about five different products. So I was sent current size bags, Silver Age bags. I was sent Silver Age bags, along with current size backing boards and Silver Age backing boards. These things are thick. We'll get into it. And I was also sent clear backer boards. I was sent clear backer boards. Okay, so what are we going to start with? We're going to start with the bags. And what I noticed with the bags, if these are definitely comparable to, so I have my Totally Awesome Hulk #1. This is definitely comparable to the My Lights. And what I noticed about these is that it's a mix between My Lights and poly bags, and that you have the protection of the My Lights, but you have the kind of the pliability of the poly bag. And compare it, and when you also compare it to My Lights, I noticed that every once in a while the My Lights, they tend to get a little brittle around these corners, and they want to break, and you'll notice like maybe a chip or a little bit of a tear, especially like the closer you get to the bottom, the more you may notice like a little chip or a tear. And with these, like I said, these are pliable. These it's a little bit softer, and I don't think we'll get that issue of it being of a like a little chip missing or a tear or anything like that. I don't think we'll get that brittleness when it comes, especially if they're stored correctly. I don't think we'll get that issue of brittleness like you do with My Lights. Okay, but yeah, this is definitely something. The bags are definitely something I would definitely seek out. Definitely something I would definitely seek out. It's a lot of definitelys, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, next up, let's do the current, or rather the Silver Age bags inside the geez the current. We'll do Silver Age and the Silver Age backing board. Okay, now the Silver Age backing board, this thing is super thick. I'm really not quite sure if this is going to show up well or not, especially on camera. But yeah, this thing is super duper thick. It feels like two or three backing boards, like kind of pressed together. If we can maybe do a comparison, I don't think this will show up all that well. I don't think, but oh, okay, maybe. Look, so here's a kind of like a regular size backing board, and if you can notice, just to see how like just thick this thing is. This thing is super thick and super rigid. But yeah, I have my Amazing Spider-Man #15 in there. This is really like this is definitely protecting this book by leaps and bounds. And this product here, the clear backing boards, this definitely reminds me of, it takes me back to the early days of my channel. Now this is where I didn't have books graded, but I kind of wanted to have the sensation of a book being graded, of like or rather a slab book. And I would take the comic and put it in a clear bag, and then put it inside of a top loader. And for like the longest time, I did that, but then I kind of stopped. But this kind of reminds me of that, where you have the where you can see the back of the comic, even though it's still protected and it still has a backing board. This is something I really dig. So I have my Fantastic Four number 5 in there, along with Amazing Spider-Man number 31. And also, Tales of Suspense number 52 is in there as well. God, look at that. Look how clean this back is. Woo! This looks really nice. Wow. That has a beautiful back. Because I was just so impressed by the condition of this book. I'm like, I gotta put this thing in the bag with the clear top, with the clear backing board. But yeah, I really dig this a lot. All right, so what more did I want to say? Now, as far as the clear, oh boy, as far as the kind of the current size backing boards go, I really can't tell the difference between this and just a regular backing board. And honestly, I don't buy backing boards, especially, just like regular thickness backing boards. I really don't buy them. Just kind of recycle them from when I get them. Now, when I buy them from a store, when I buy like a comic from a store, and if the backing board is clean enough, I'll just use that. For the special books like these, and like a book like this, I will definitely use like a more special backing board. And to me, this Silver Age backing board is definitely it, because this is way thicker than the full back, or rather, just more rigid than the full back that you get from E. Gerber, the company that makes the My Lights. And I'm talking, this thing is super, just like really hard, just like a really nice hardness. So yeah, I dig this. This is something I would seek out along with the bags. These bags are terrific. Again, really pliable, really it has kind of like that flexibility, but it also has the protection. So yeah, that's what I dig. I dig that a lot. So I also put my Carnage number 6 in the current size bag. Static 1 Platinum. That's in there. Nova number 1, the Comic Pro variant. A couple copies of X-Force number 116, the newsstand version, and a couple copies of Amazing Fantasy Volume 2, number 15. Those are in there as well. I really like the protection this gives to these comics, and you can kind of feel the difference. I notice the My Lights, they're a little bit slicker than these, and these are, it has a little bit more, just a little bit more texture to them. That's what it feels like to me. But I like these edges, and when you place them, when you sit them down, it doesn't hit the table or anything like that. When you set them down, they kind of just stay up. The comic stays up, and it doesn't hit the bottom of the bag, potentially denting the comic. So yeah, I really dig these products a lot, especially the bags, and especially the backing boards. But I will say, when it comes to the clear backing boards and the Silver Age bags, I will say that if you're going to design the bags with the clear backing board in mind, a self-adhesive option would be great. And I would like to see Okay, now you see where this is the back of the board, I mean, rather the back of the bag right here. And you see how it overlaps, how this kind of comes, or not, it doesn't overlap, but you see how the comic kind of rises above the tip of the bag. I don't like that. If you're going to design the, like I said, if you're going to design the bag with this backing board in mind, have the back of this, or rather have the back of this bag come up and have it cover this board here. Have it cover, have the comic completely enveloped. You know what I mean? Because I just don't like how like air could get in here or whatever could get in there. I like, you know, the thought of complete protection. So if you're gonna, again, if you're gonna design the bag with this in mind, self-adhesive would be nice, and make sure this comes up all the way to the top of the board. Okay, so yeah, that is my review of the ComicPROline products. Check them out, ComicPROline.com. I really like these products a lot. This is definitely something I would seek out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later with a haul video. All right, bye.